Welcome back to Ticker News. Well, misinformation on social media just feels like something we're all trying to understand at the moment. It's hard to know who's right and who's wrong, and where the tech companies have the right to make the call. We're joined by our expert, Dr. Karen Sutherland from the University of the Sunshine Coast. Great to see you again. How's the week been? 3 days in.
I know, busy but good. Busy but good.
It's hard to remember sometimes. Every day feels the same, but that's okay. So Facebook, there's another example of Facebook kind of cracking down in this area. What's this story that you've seen here?
Yeah, well, it's kind of interesting because it's about research, which is sort of an area I'm most interested in too. And so there was a study being conducted by NYU in the States, trying to look at and examine the impact of misinformation, particularly around political advertising on the Facebook's platform. So Facebook actually offers grants and all sorts of things throughout the year for such research to take place. But in this particular study, NYU was using like a browser extension to gather data. And Facebook, they were in like the midst of it. They gathered a really pretty good data set, and then Facebook just shut the whole thing down, claiming that it breached FTC guidelines. However, FTC came out and said we had nothing to do with this. So either Facebook got quite spooked by the data being gathered, or they shut it down because they were worried it wasn't going to show them in a very good light.
This is an incredible one. I think we covered it here as well. And the researchers, they responded and, publicly, and they slammed it and said, this is ridiculous. So, I mean, from where does this story go? Because does it just peter out, something like this? It's a bit concerning that they can really just shut it down, and there's a bit of a lack of evidence behind it, it seems.
Absolutely, yeah. And to be honest with you, so a university, when you're conducting research on behalf of a university, you have to get ethics approval for any of it to take place. So they would have had that already. Facebook would have known exactly what they were going to be doing and the way that they were going to do it. It wouldn't have been a surprise. So, yeah, it's interesting because I'm not sure if you remember that Facebook doesn't actually check the validity of information in political ads. It just lets them run on the platform. So I wonder what NYU actually found.
Remarkable. Yeah, this story, we're going to see more and more of it. It just feels like a moment right now where we're trying to understand who can make this call. And then, Facebook, they have such power. It's hard to know what's right and wrong in some ways. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Let's talk about TikTok. We pretty much chat about it every week, as is the power of TikTok. What's the latest here?
Yeah, well, they actually did an interview with one of the key executives with TikTok to find out how businesses can perform better, particularly with advertising, because advertising is still it's not too expensive on TikTok, but the reach is just phenomenal. But they were just saying that really to do well, you've got to really avoid the traditional in-your-face disruptive sort of ads, and really focus on providing value through the content. So it's almost like a seamless experience, the ad. So people don't know if they're watching a TikTok or they're actually watching an ad, and that sort of authentic, valuable content is the way to go.
Isn't that why TikTok is so powerful in a way? I know TikTok, I don't really jump on it myself, but a friend of mine, I just saw his account the other day, he put on Instagram that he's got 50,000 followers on TikTok. He just does these really funny videos all the time, but they're all very genuine and very real, like it's just him. And that is TikTok, isn't it really?
Absolutely. And this executive was saying, authenticity, it's not encouraged, it's actually celebrated. People want to see real people on there, and that's why there is such a huge range of sort of influencers on there in all shapes and sizes, talking to all different types of people and different types of audiences, because it's a community on there that allows that to actually happen, which is sort of a bit different to some of the other platforms.
And in terms of followers on TikTok, can you just, like on Instagram, for example, if you're following someone and then you don't like what they're producing, you don't like their content, or they've got too many ads, you can just unfollow them, right? Like that's the same thing?
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely unfollow someone on Instagram, but even on Instagram, the algorithm tends to show you more of what you're engaging with. So you might follow people, but you still might not actually see their content because you're not interacting with it.
Yeah, sure. No, TikTok's interesting, but it does seem like it's just very real, and that's why people love it. Great chat. Really enjoyed the conversation. Keep an eye on that Facebook story as well, and we'll see how that one plays out.
Certainly will.
Have a great day. We'll talk really soon.
Thanks so much. See you.